So we wanted to do the interview with rock and roll and country music. Of course, I am the bipolar rock and roller. And so I've done a lot of shows over the years, and of course with Bret Michaels, Montgomery Gentry, Saving Abel, Kentucky Headhunters, Blackstone Cherry, Buck Cherry. So they asked me to do this video, and so here it is. And I can thank a lot of people, even at Grand Ole Opry at Nashville, for the big support. And so you can follow me at Country Music CMT ScottBlevins, and my personal page is ScottBlevins, and you can follow me on Twitter. That's right. And we have our own YouTube channel. And so we have a management team out of California with Steve Rock's radio show, steverocks.com. So over the years, I've done a lot of shows, and of course we just did the show with Bret Michaels of Poison, and with the Kentucky Headhunters, Frag and Greg, and Doug Phillips and Richard Young. And so we had it posted, and then we done a lot of a couple bike rallies out of Wisconsin. And we got this big show coming up, and it's with Hall of Fame Lita Ford. So it's like, I get a lot of messages, and our page gets a lot of messages, and I don't get to respond to them. We have a management team that does that. And so we have a booking department at the UFC's Underdog at gmail.com, and we have Country Music ScottBlevins at gmail.com, and it's all the booking for agencies to book me and get me on the shows and reality shows. And we've done shows with Ted Nugent, the Michiana Maniac, the Whack Master. Ted is a great guy. Shemaine, she's awesome. And they're from Michigan, and then of course they're now stationed out of Waco, Texas. So it's like over the years, I think one of the best things I've ever done. But I was also a fighter under the UFC brand, the UFC's Underdog, and I retired. I had 2 lung surgeries in 2012. And in 2014, I had a pulmonary embolism stuck in my lung that nearly killed me. And then 2018, I had a stroke on the brain. And since 2014, 2015, I became an epileptic. So we've been battling this over the years, and it's like Bret Michaels with diabetes. He takes a lot of medicine, I take medicine, and so they become who I am. I am the bipolar rock and roller, and I've done a lot of shows, of course, growing up as a child with Nashville, Tennessee. And I can remember Johnny Cash smelling the cigar, getting in his limousine in Nashville. And of course, we've done shows with Blake Shelton, Luke Bryan, some of the greatest people around the world, and some of the best musicians. So we wanted to do this interview so people get an insight who I am. And about 3-4 years ago, of course, I lost my mom, and this is my mom, and I keep her with me. This is my good luck charm, and it's been profounding. I am a grandpa of 2 kids, Hunter and Chloe. They're ages 3 and 1, and I have 2 children that are adults. Kyla is 20 and Braxton is 18. And then I have a son that's autistic, and I think he's about 10. His birthday's in November. And then I have a daughter in St. Albans, Vermont, and she is going to be 8 years old, September 5th, 2019. So I have a message for my daughters. Dad loves you, and I'm sorry that I can't be there for you. I keep track of you at Vermont, and one day I hope that you get to see who your dad was and who he is. And the family on the page knows who I am. I've accomplished more than anybody in my family. I've accomplished more than most musicians around the world. So I'm very successful. So that's who the bipolar rock and roller is. And right now, we just wanted to give a big shout out to Brett Michaels and Kentucky Headhunters, Fred and Greg, and Richard Young, and Doug Phillips, and Ben and Chris, and Jonathan Lonhan, and Ben Wells at Kentucky. It's been an honor over the years doing stuff with you guys, and Saving Abel. I mean, we just did a show with Saving Abel. They brought me on a Harley Davidson stage, and it was really great. I was the opener right before Saving Abel, and it's been an honor, and I can't say any more than that other than photos speak for themselves. Whether people read the post or not, this guy's out of it. No, we keep documentations of my life, and we look forward to doing more. And of course, this September 14th, of course, be with not Saving Abel, but we'll be with Lita Ford, and I look forward to doing that. She's just coming out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and so we are right now in Kentucky. Neil McCoy is here. He just did a show at Kentucky, and Neil will be around later on today, I hope, on the Facebook page, and that's who I am, and it's who I always be. I am the bipolar rock and roller, and I do approve of this message.